What's up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos. And today we're going to be talking about the new Gogeta promo leader that's going to be released alongside one of the movies that are coming back into theaters. Now, real quick, I just want to apologize for being away for a little bit. I know that you guys are used to a certain amount of uploads or amount of content, in a significant amount of time or between a time frame. But I did have an unfortunate incident happen to me last week. I'm not going to get into it because that's not what we're here for, but I want to shout out my Discord channel. Specifically, thank you guys for all the support and patience. And, thank you all for the kind words. It really means a lot, that you guys are, I've always appreciated your support, and, I really wouldn't be here without you. Also, I want to thank my family, my friends, anybody that I have a personal relationship with. Thanks for reaching out and wishing me the best. But, let's get all that sappiness aside, and let's talk about what, everybody's excited for. We're getting a new blue leader, a new promo leader here, coming out alongside one of the theatrical releases, and that's pretty interesting. So it is Gogeta on the Awakened side, but on the front side it's Goku and Vegeta. So it's a blue leader. It has an interesting skill. The permanent is you cannot include cards with cost of 6 or greater in your deck. And then it has an auto once per turn. When you attack, you can choose one card in your life, add it to your hand, and if you do so, draw a card. So that's really good because you're awakening yourself, but you're also drawing a card out of your deck, so that's 2. And then it has a very interesting awakening skill. Now, we did see with set 5 that we were going to get wish leaders, so I was kind of curious to see if they were going to keep the awakening mechanic or just do away with it completely, but I guess they're still going to have some form of awakening in set 5. And with this Gogeta leader here, the awaken ability is really, really good. It's 4 less life, of course, like we're used to, but when you awaken, you get to draw 1 card and untap 1 energy. Now, I've had conversations many times in the past with my teammates, specifically Enrique. Obviously, you guys know him. I shout him out all the time here. I've always wanted some type of an effect like that, untapping 1 energy and drawing a card. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds because there was an argument going around for the longest time on what was better, untapping 2 energy or drawing 2 cards. And now you're getting the best of both worlds. So I really do like that balance. And then when you awaken, you have Gogeta on the awakened side. It's pretty straightforward. Attack, draw a card as its auto, but it has an interesting main, active main. Once per turn, active main, you can take a life and send it to the drop area. Then you can choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and essentially negate their skills for the rest of the turn. It also gains 5k, but it has a drawback that you can only play Union Fusion cards for the rest of the turn. So you have to be smart when it is you're going to use this effect. Primarily, just right now, I see it being something that kind of just gets around barrier blockers. I really don't see how else it can affect anything. We haven't seen any cards that have been introduced in set 5 yet, but it's really cool to have cards that interact with barrier. Maybe you want to use a kill spell or something. Maybe one of the Union Fusion cards, when it's played, will kill a creature on the board, so that's really interesting. So we'll see what happens, but all in all, I like this leader. I mean, it's a blue leader, so I can kind of see, where you're going to see some of, regularity in the meta because blue is a very strong color right now, and it doesn't seem to be getting any type of nerf or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see, how this leader is built and played. I do like it. I do like the artwork. It's going to be interesting. Definitely going to try to get my hands on some of these. To try and test out and see how good it is in the metagame, as well as just to have for collective reasons, for personal reasons, for nostalgia reasons. But we are getting Gogeta in set 5. It's confirmed, as you can see. We also did recently get some of the spoilers from set 5 from the starter deck, so I'm going to be covering that in a video as well pretty soon. I know a lot of people, shout out to Eggman and Master Marek. They've already pretty much covered those cards, but I did say I was going to continue to do those reviews and those reveal videos, so I'm going to continue to do that. Just kind of hit a little bit of a hiccup in my uploading schedule, but we're going to get right back on track this week here. Also, real quick, I wanted to not rant, but I kind of wanted to Sorry about the camera there. I kind of wanted to talk about the whole Patreon situation. Now, a lot of people don't agree with paying for content, which is understandable. Um, that's your hard-earned money. I'm sure there are better things for you to spend it on. But at the same time, if somebody is putting effort and time and all this other stuff into, producing content for viewership or for their fan base or for their subscribers, whatever the case may be, it's not wrong for them to ask for some type of compensation. Now, when it comes to me individually, yes, I do have a Patreon, okay? But I think either, I don't know if it got lost in translation or I don't know if it's just deemed that way across the board. My Patreon, the reason I started a Patreon was not to get people's money for my content. Like, that's not the reason I started the Patreon. The reason I started the Patreon was because I spoke with my sponsor, which you guys all know, Computer and Gaming Universe, and we worked up a deal, or we worked up a partnership when it came to sealed product. So the whole the whole reason why the Patreon was started in the first place was to be able to offer discounted product, discounted prices on sealed product. Now, I don't know where it got, misconstrued that I was after people's money, or, that I was, I don't I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing it for me, because I can care less. I mean, it doesn't bother me where you guys get your product from. I just figured, I have a way of offering it at a less price, so why not share that with you, the community? Now, I do have Patreon members, of course. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And they're, part of the Squared movement and the nation. And, I appreciate their support, of course, but it was never like, oh, you have to subscribe to my Patreon. Like, that's their option. Like, it's a choice, which is the best part of it. You're not forcing anybody to spend their hard-earned money on your content. So to kind of like, wipe the decks and start from scratch, so to speak, or just kind of reboot. Right now on my Patreon, I have 3 different tiers. I have a $1 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier. I'm going to keep that the way it is, because there's going to be certain things that I do on Patreon, whether it's articles or I'm starting a podcast in the fall, which you guys all know. I'm going to keep that, I'm going to keep that there, and I'm going to make, the content available, to the public for free, certain times here and there. There's just certain things that, I'm going to keep, Patreon exclusive, because I want to reward, the people that have been supporting me for the longest. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm picking favorites, but, I have a loyalty to my friends, so to speak, and to the members of the Squared Nation. So I want to continue to put out quality for them. Now, that's not going to have anything to do with product. I'm not going to charge, a Patreon subscription for product. I'm not going to do it. So I'm still going to offer, the discounted prices with my partners at Computer and Gaming Universe for sealed product. So if you guys are looking for World Tournament pre-orders or Set 5 pre-orders, whether it's booster boxes or cases, we're going to be doing that on our Patreon, and there's not going to be any type of subscription needed to access it. So I'll make all of the product available to anybody who wants to purchase through it. Basically, the only reason I'm doing it is just to make sure that everybody gets a bang for their buck. I've seen prices for cases like over $800, and I've seen prices for booster boxes over $100, and there's really no reason it should be like that. So if you guys aren't finding good prices online for booster boxes, whether it's individually or bundled or cases, whatever the case may be, if you're not finding the prices that you're looking for, check out the Patreon, okay? We're doing $55 for booster boxes, which includes shipping, of course, and we're doing $700 including shipping for cases. And that's for pretty much every set moving forward. Like I said, World Tournament pre-orders are available. Set 5 pre-orders are available. But if you're looking for older sets, the only one that we don't have available right now is World Tournament. I'm sorry, not World Tournament, Tournament of Power. That's the only one that we don't have available. But if you're looking for set 1 boxes, set 2 boxes, if you guys are just starting the game and you want to get your hands on the older cards, just check out the Patreon. Like I said, I'm not going to have a paywall on there for people who are looking for product at a decent price, because if the community grows and if the community can get their hands on cards and the things that they need to play competitively, then obviously it works out better for the game in general in the long run. So I just don't want you guys to think that I'm after people's money. The money is not important to me. I do this because I enjoy it and I get a kick out of it, and I love making content and I love sharing my ideas. But at the same time, I have people who already have, subscribed to the Patreon, so I'm going to stay loyal to them as well. And, if you guys are watching, if you're already subscribed to the Patreon, if you want to back out, by all means, like I said, that's your hard-earned money. You decide what you want to do with it. I'm not here to chase after anybody. I'm not here to collect money from people because I'm doing something and I feel like I need to be rewarded. I have a full-time job. I have a career, so that's my main source of income. I just do this because I love it. I love the community. I love the game, and I want to see the game continue to flourish and grow. So check us out. You see all the social media platforms there on the left, obviously starting with Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. All the links will be in the description. Just give us a look. If you're happy with what we have to offer, by all means. If not, if you can find better prices, then go ahead. Just want to make sure you guys are getting what you need moving forward, because I know sometimes card games can be expensive, and I know that it's hard to find a good, reliable source for sealed product. So just want to get that out of the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Be there or be squared.